afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. A first down throw, Darnold. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Darnold. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He gets it to Cooks. And they're able to to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Yellow. I got you, son. I got you. You're all
on second and 15 now. Mahomes, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the pass. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. You got it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really should.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, check. Mike 55, Mike 55.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. That one goes for 36 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
Penny will try to punch it in, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Penny, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D.
Now Darnold. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Von Bell. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right, and avoids the contact by sliding. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they let you play.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Brandon Cooks scoring a touchdown against his former mates as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw, Darnold. Going up top for Miller. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This will be taken at the 10. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half.
Yellow.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Sponge. No. He gets it.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He's going to look deep for more. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, let's go. Keep it up, keep it. Show it up.
Darnold down to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards on the play, first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Switch. Ready.
On first down, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Hey, lady. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Bravo. Tackle. 51's the mic.
Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards, and the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Penny. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. We're coming. This is more about campaign.
Wait. There's no R&R. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 2-yard line.
We're going to sign. Mike 51. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Penny. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Penny on 1st down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Yellow, on the line, come back!
On the run, it's Penny. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. That's complete to a speedy wide Goodwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Rosas good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Bucs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Yellow, 180. I'm coming for you. Mine.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
You're outside. 51 to Mike. Watch the run. They're running it. Deuce. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. From the 29, Darnold. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 yards on the play, first down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. And with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Yeah, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. He's checking. Crash. Young lady.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and inches at the Bucs 5-yard line.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Mike 51. Hey, watch the slant. 51's the Mike, boy. 51. Young lady. Let's go. Mike 51.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Now, he's got it. And he is out of bounds here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
At the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Again, McCaffrey. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. Darnold from the gun. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Tight end left, tight end left.
Now Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 13-yard line.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Penny, the first down carry. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
12 yards there and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Yellow. There's a lot, 80. 55. Right there.
Another try for Penny. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad Penny with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We're going to sign.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you.
To throw is Darnold. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Mike, 54.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Hey, high 7.
Here's Darnold. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
52. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Oh, 80.
Where's 52?
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Darnold now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Darnold. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
Hey, Delta.
His team showed up. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Darnold completes it to Benjamin. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now here we go on 4th. Donald. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Buccaneers' defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out. But for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Yellow! I got blue 80!
Danny.
On the draw, this is Penning. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going out offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First down, New Orleans.
We're going to sign it. Mike 51.
We own it. We own this.
Now we give right side McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Let's get it.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The outcome of this one, Well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating.
And he hit, and the ball is jarred free. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
Yellow, on the line.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Tampa Bay, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.